All right, hey everybody, welcome to Just a Guy with a Beer, the St. Patrick's Day special. I know it's only the 15th, but I'm not going to be on Wednesday night. So welcome everybody to Just a Guy with a Beer, episode 34. I've got Hop Culture Farm and Brewing Company in the house with us tonight. We got Heather and Sam Wilson, owners, and we're going to talk about all their awesome stuff they got going on at Hop Culture. We're going to talk about their awesome beers, their awesome brewery. Everything's awesome at Hop Culture. So,
we try to make it that way. Yeah.
We will have any guys. You guys can even put up questions up. We want to hear anything you guys want to say, anything you guys have to say, any questions you might have for Heather and Sam. You're here to answer it. So, Just a Guy with a Beer, episode 34 starts right now. All right, everybody, welcome to Just a Guy with a Beer, episode 34. Pop Culture is in the house tonight. Heather and Sam Wilson have been so kind to join us. We've been trying to get you guys on for a while, and our schedule has finally worked out. So welcome to the St. Patrick's Day special of Just a Guy with a Beer.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
I spilled water all over myself during the intro, so that looks pleasant.
It can only go up from here.
That's right. At least it's not spilled beer on myself. It's just water. So now you guys are located in Colchester, Connecticut, right? It's actually cool because you're kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah, I mean, we really think we have the perfect location. You know, we always tell the story of when we found, this location. We had been looking for quite a while. We had our hearts set on Colchester for a variety of reasons. We just fell in love with the location. Felt that the town was very accepting to the fact we had talked to them about having a brewery in the town, a farm brewery, and when we pulled in here, we were like, this is the spot, like right away as soon as you pulled into the driveway. And the fact is, we say off the beaten path. We are, compared to breweries that may be in a more of an urban setting or city setting or suburban setting, but for us, we're right off of Route 2. From there, it's a quick turn onto 149, which is State Road. And then Cato Corner is a major cut through between 149 and 16. So you get a lot of traffic that comes, through here. A lot of it's local traffic because people know the town and they're cutting through to the other side of Colchester. But we're situated right in between two legacy farmers and Cato Corner cheese, which is renowned through the entire United States for some of the best cheese. So
I was not aware of that.
It's pretty, literally at some point we shared property together. I'm still confused after 3 or 4 years where that may be, but our farms, they're probably, maybe 2 houses, maybe an acre away from us. And then they have their large, cheese farm there.
So now that I said, you explained on how you kind of are off the main road, but you are the main road.
Yeah.
What I said sounds kind of stupid, but I mean, I didn't know because I've only been there a few times.
Yeah.
I came from another brewery, another close by brewery, and it was like turn.
Yeah.
And boom, you're right in the middle of farm country, which, by the way, is my favorite thing. I love. That's why I live out here in Griswold in farm country. Yeah. I just love it, and it's a perfect spot. You guys have a fantastic. If you guys haven't been, if anybody hasn't been to Hop Culture out in Colchester, it is. If you ever been to Hill Farmstead, you can close your eyes, and when you go to sleep in your car, wake up at Hop Culture, and you think you're almost in the city.
And you're like, damn, I wish I was at Hill Farmstead.
No, that's not true. Except for the mountains, except for you're not surrounded by the mountains.
Yeah.
You guys, I swear to you, you could ask my wife. The first thing I thought of when I walked into your brewery, I walked out the back door, and I saw everything. Yeah. Even inside the brewery, you can see right now with all the post and beam stuff. it's almost the same kind of vibe you get. And when you walk outside, again, except for the Vermont mountains, you get the same kind of feel. It's like you're definitely at a farm, but you have that pretty cool vibe going on of the whole. It's rustic. It's a cool place to come and bring some friends and some snacks and hang out and drink really good beer on a nice sunny Saturday afternoon. So kind of setting the stage. It's coming on in the summer. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think we always talk about we wanted to create a place where we want to hang out. And so we're really big into local music, supporting other farms. So a lot of people come and make a day of it here. We say you can bring your own lawn chairs, bring your own pop-up tent. We want you guys to come and hang out and experience all the fun stuff that we have currently and then some stuff that we'll be having in the future.
That's one of the cool things. That's why I like to go. I want to go to a place where there's no all kinds of rules, or hey, you can't bring your own chair, or what are you doing with that? You can have your pop-up out there. You can bring your 10x10 and you can.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, I freaking love that, man. I think that's great, and it adds to the atmosphere because you guys.
People are blown away about. I'm cutting you off. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What people are blown away about it constantly is during our summer months, we get a lot of phone calls about hosting birthday parties or retirement parties, or any pretty much gathering, sans COVID times, but any kind of gatherings that you have, and they want to know how much. And I was like, geez, so you're going to come to my brewery, you're going to drink our beer, we don't charge for that. Just come outside. There's plenty of room for everybody. Thank you for choosing us to come down. Just bring your pop-up, bring your chairs, and enjoy our beer. That's pretty much the only thing
Yeah, I mean, we will close down for private events if
Large
people
private
really
events,
want
right.
it to be private, but a lot of people just come and bring, before COVID, obviously.
music is on the house and good times, and that's it.
And you guys always have great food trucks out there. You guys have Uncle D's out there. There's another one. No, it wasn't Uncle D's. It was another barbecue truck you guys had out
Oz and Bones.
Oz and Bones is local,
is legit. They're right in town, and he has delicious barbecue.
And we got to give him a plug. He's opening a brick and mortar coming soon, so it's like
Oh wow, okay, great.
the best barbecue I've had in the north, I would say. It's that good.
They had some mac and cheese. We had the sampler, but I always try to get mac and cheese when I go to those barbecue trucks.
Yeah.
That we had the meat sampler with the mac and cheese, and
so good.
That was a perfect day. That was a perfect day for us because it wasn't too hot, so we went out there. We enjoyed the barbecue. We had to sit inside. There was nowhere to sit outside. We didn't. That was our first time. We didn't know that you could bring your own stuff, so we saw all the people out on the lawn. So and you have some other cool stuff out there. You got your cornhole boards, which we'll get to later on because definitely we talked about that on the pregame show, I guess you call it, about how awesome your cornhole boards are.
We've probably tripled the seating since the last time you've been outside, because that was I guess maybe a weakness I said we had was there wasn't a lot of, I think we had maybe a dozen picnic tables now. Now we're up to closer to 30 plus, some fancy single ones that the same guy that builds the cornhole board built for us. So, and then we'll probably get another, 10 this year. So hopefully seating is more plentiful outside.
And I think it's cool because even the inside, I mean, there's no air conditioning inside. It's
right.
But listen, I don't care.
Much to staff's dismay.
Yeah.
And you know what? Okay.
We mag fans.
That's right. We're not there to
Not there yet.
be and drink wine. If you want to do that, go to a winery.
Yeah.
You're there to drink some good craft New England craft beer, and it's very New England. It's very folks.
I did plan it when I GC'd the project. The ability is here. It's just not here. Yeah.
But it'll get there maybe eventually. But I don't mind.
Yeah.
Go there on a nice Indian summer, October at Saturday. It's perfect, right? It's 60, 70 degrees outside, sunny. You got a perfect backdrop out in the farm country in Colchester. It's a great spot. You guys are really killing it out there. Now, talk to me a little bit about why you guys picked that spot specifically.
I think that we looked for farmland for a long time. We actually didn't know we were going to open a brewery. We thought we were just going to be a hop farm, to be honest, in the beginning. We did homebrew together, and we grew a small test plot of hops, and we looked, farmland is very expensive in Connecticut. So we looked all over the state for, I think, a year and a half. And actually the Colchester Ag Commission, this property was not for sale, but they thought the owners might be interested in selling. And so once we came here, looked at the property, we kind of kept coming back to see what was offered in this town. I mean, we're moving our whole family here because early on we were commuting from Bristol, Connecticut, all the way to Colchester to like establish all the infrastructure and all that kind of stuff. And we just fell in love with the community. There's so many great local businesses here, local restaurants. The schools are great. It has a really small town community feel, and everybody, I would say, was really, really welcoming to us. And just once we talked with the town and how open they were to the idea, we just thought this would be a great spot to open a business.
Yeah, I mean, it's great when I have the brewery come on like you guys. I like to hear the stories about how they picked or how they got to where they are. This like for instance, do you know Dave Woolner at Willimantic Brewing? Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of Willimantic, this portion of the show is brought to you by Willimantic Brewing.
Okay.
You can go to their website, www.willimanticbrewingcompany.com. Check out their amazing beers and amazing food. So I have to get that in there real quick. But their story about how they got to the post office there was very, very cool. And I love to hear this kind of stories. Like, nobody thinks about, hey, I'm going to open a brewery on a farm, right? Because you don't just brew beer there.
No.
So what else goes on at Hop Culture Farm?
So the ag came first. At least the hop side of the ag came first. It was important to us to just not have a farm with a brewery on the property.
Right.
We wanted to truly be a farm brewery. So we spent pretty much the first year 100% taking back, because nothing had been used for agriculture here for probably close to maybe 100+ years. And when we came, there was no infrastructure whatsoever, no running water. I shouldn't say none. There was a 50 amp service to the old, circa 1900, early 1902 barn, but it needed a complete renovation because it was just still a place where animals were kept, where we're sitting right now. So we started with the ag, and then had to make an access road up to the fields and everything. So literally it started with some friends of mine, and we were taking turns pushing wheelbarrows. So anybody that's been on one of our farm tours, we're still poor folks here, so we're on the poor side of the hill, as we always say. We walk the quarter mile up to the hop fields still at this point. And now there's a nice access road that goes up there, but we used to take turns with wheelbarrows pushing them to the top, full of chainsaws and everything else, because we had to take a bunch of trees down before we could even start thinking about hops, because it was just overshadowing old hay fields.
Okay.
So once we did that, we had purchased a good sized tractor and started from there. And now we have I think the second largest commercial hop yard in Connecticut.
Wow.
At a little over 4 acres, about 4,000 hills, whatever way you want to put it. Yeah,
I had no idea. That's something cool. And another reason why I like these conversations I have on the show, because those kind of cool tidbits of information. When I talk about you guys, it makes me sound way smarter. So people who may not know you guys, or I say, hey, you should check out the culture. They have the second largest hop farm in the state of Connecticut. Wow,
yeah.
That's what I like to hear, those kind of things, and that's neat. So you guys definitely you grow your own hops. How many different variants of hops are you guys growing?
So right now we're down to 6. Talk about COVID times, and COVID impacts. That would be one thing that has happened here is, I guess I don't want to call it discretionary spending, because you shouldn't. We're really an agriculture enterprise. We fancy ourselves that, but the agriculture definitely took the largest hit, because the brewery supports the agriculture and the agriculture supports the brewery. But our ingredients are grown for the brewery, and when we had to decide on something to start cutting originally, the agriculture came first, because we needed to keep the business that actually makes the money alive and well. So we're down to 6 varieties right now. We chose to abandon a little test plot that we had done, because I won't count them as a variety because I can't commercially produce them. So it's a proprietary hop. I won't say what it is still, because we're not there. We wanted to be the only ones in Connecticut growing it, but that's we definitely grow on it. It's a great hop, but it'll be something for the IPA lovers, the New England IPA lovers. But we kind of just put it on the back burner right now. So we have Cascade, Chinook, Comet, Crystal,
Centennial,
Columbia, and then there's one more that we have.
That's awesome. That's also another thing that makes your spot unique, is that you guys grow your own hops. There's not many breweries that can say they grow their own hops, and the ones that do say it, how many can say that they grow them on site? So
Correct.
That's very cool. I love that, and that was one of the cool hooks that I wanted to come see your place, because I wanted to see. Now, I didn't know there was a farm tour. So next time I come out there,
we really got going this year. This is the first year that we really got it going. Started about because really not much to see until July. So something super successful we did this year was we did a lot of what we call co-op farming, or volunteer farming, whatever, and we had put it out there for people if they wanted to learn about hops, if they wanted to do some side by side farming, and start the process from truly the ground up. We had them in on the beginning of the season, where we call it hop field preparation, and they came in and we hung what's called quar, and we taught them how to do it. We taught them all the mechanics of it, and taught them about commercial hop farming, and we had almost a 100% volunteer workforce. Sans the few people that work with us on a normal basis, and then that continued until the harvest season. Same thing. We hit some people up. We had a lot of repeat people come back because they wanted to see the entire process through. Now the trick is to get them back one more year now that they've realized how much it sucks. But
it's hard work.
It's hard work, but it's rewarding. We treat them like kings after they're done, as you can imagine, and that's it. We give them a gift card to Hop Culture, and
we have some beers,
have some food, and make it into a day.
But honestly, what we found, I think, with doing that is, we talk about building a community here. I think people, want to be part of this community, and I think people are looking to get out and help in their community. And so, I mean, we've had an abundance of people offering to help, which is amazing, because it's so hard to find actual farm labor to pay. People don't want to get into farming is a dying, kind of thing, which we all know. And so it's hard to get people to want to do it as a job, but people love to come and volunteer and help us, which is amazing.
And the home brewers that come, if home brewers, I'm sure, are listening, if you come and help out, any hops that you harvest, whenever you want an ounce or two, you just give me a call, and we give them local Cascade, Chinook, Centennial, whatever, because we have hundreds and maybe close to 1,000 pounds sometimes of certain varieties. So, we break off an ounce, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, free of charge.
Now, do you guys have a place where people can sign up for that? Because I'm interested. I talked to Heather about that earlier. That
You're already signed up, Scott.
Yeah.
You're already signed up.
Let's go. I'm in. I am in, because this is the kind of stuff that I love. I love doing stuff like that. I want to help, and I want to learn. It's all learning for me. The more I can learn about the whole process, besides getting it in the tanks, but the whole before process, that's what I want to learn about, because I talk to everybody, the people that I have on the show. We talk about the brewing process over and over and over again. That's something that people don't, all the hard work that goes into before you even do that, which is enough hard work as it is.
Yeah.
So that whole part is what I really want to do. And I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty or get my boots dirty and get in there and do it. So I'm down. But if somebody else wants to do it, how can they do that?
I'm going to get better this year. The hard thing is it's really an event that plans around two things. It's the maturity of the hop cone, especially for harvest, and the weather. So in the spring, weather is really, not our friend, because I've made it now so that if there's a lot of mud, it's been so bad some season, there's so much mud, you can't get the equipment around the field. But this is New England, and, everything has changed. And I think the hardest thing is that, I'm kind of digressing on your question a little bit, but the hardest thing is all the information, everything you try to gather to learn how to do this type of farming is from the Pacific Northwest. So if anybody's been there, they know our climates are not the same.
Right.
So the challenges that they have, they're not even pertinent when you're reading things. Okay. So the things that we're learning here, it's, we've been very fortunate. The people at Smokedown, which have the largest hop yard, they, in the beginning, they were very forthcoming with their information, and vice versa. If I had figured something else out, it would be back and forth, very forthcoming about it. And also, there's a gentleman named Steve Schmidt in upstate New York that And if you have a question, this guy, I mean, he's kind of like the godfather of hops in the Northeast. He just free of charge. He'll answer any questions for you. So I'm trying to plan better to get back to where your question is, just locking it down. The date's the date. May be raining, may not be, but I know I can get around the hop field now, and it is what it is.
Awesome. And I definitely, as soon as you guys know, please let me know, and I'll promote that if it's okay with you guys. I'll even put it on my show, on my website, on my Facebook page, anywhere you guys want, and you need help. I know the more people that you guys get to come out.
The other thing you could do, and I don't know if you want to put it in the show notes, is we have a team@hopculturefarms.com email. I can send it to you. And if you just want to email me on the front end, we can start compiling a list of, people that are interested with their contact info, and then we can reach out to them, as time gets closer.
Yeah. So after the show, if you want to give that to me, then I will put that. I will put that up on my Facebook page, and we'll promote that. I'll put it up on Instagram. We'll promote that too, and we'll get you guys all the help you need, maybe more than you need, which would be a good thing, right?
No such thing. Many hands make light.
There you go. All right, cool. So right now we're going to take a break. We're going to get our sponsors in, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more. We'll close that out, and we'll talk about all the awesome beers that you guys got going on over there, because there are a few that I wrote down that I looked up on my Untappd that I love. And we'll talk about that and the cool, unique names, and we'll take care of that right after we come back. So you're watching Just a Guy with a Beer. This is episode number 34 with Sam and Heather Wilson from Hop Culture Farms and Brewing Company. We'll be right back right after this. Maybe not. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
BMW, Audi, Dodge, Chevy, Ford, and so much more. And whether it's an oil change, brake repair, or the check engine light, let Pat, Wendy, and their team of professionals take care of all your automotive needs. That's GNS Auto Sales, located in Franklin, Connecticut. Give them a call at 860-383-0050 or find them on the web at www.gnsautosales.llc.com.
Have you got a taste for exquisitely crafted beer and pub grub with a foodie flair? Then These Guys Brewing Company on Franklin Street in Norwich, Connecticut has got what you're craving. Enjoy a variety of classic and unique craft beers brewed on site and indulge in a delicious meal with seasonal dishes from their scratch kitchen. And check them out on Facebook or online at theseguysbrewing.com to stay up to date with their freshest brews, current menu, and upcoming events. These Guys Brewing Company, where it's all about good times, great food, and fantastic craft beer.
Hey, do you hear that? That's the sound of people getting together and having a good time. These are some of the sounds that you're going to hear when you visit Epicure Brewing on Franklin Street in Norwich. Epicure is a craft brewery that wants you to experience friends, a lot of laughter, and of course, Epicure's craft beers on tap. Bring your friends or come down and make some new ones while enjoying the freshest quality beer in the area. Epicure Brewing is located at 40 Franklin Street, Norwich, right in the heart of the historic district of Norwich. Check out Epicure Brewing on the web at epicurebrewing.com, as well as finding them on Facebook. So come on down and add your voice to the sounds you hear in the background right now. Follow the hashtag Epicure Brewing for life.
Unify is a local full-service marketing and branding agency that helps your business strategize, develop, and implement a marketing plan using the best platforms and materials to connect you with the right customers quickly. Find them on Facebook at Unify CT or on Instagram at Unify_CT, or call Laura directly at 860-326-6003. Strategize, develop, and connect. That's Unify. Killfoot Clothing is the first 100% veteran sales team owned by two local Connecticut combat wounded veterans. Every garment is designed, printed, sold, handled, and shipped only by veterans. We source our products 100% made in the USA and believe if you have a flag on your shirt, that shirt should be made in the United States, period. Killfoot Clothing Company, American made, American proud.
Do you have a junk car or maybe one that got blown up and caught on fire? The guys from Scrap for Cash, they don't care. They're going to come to you. They're going to tow it away for free, and then they're going to pay you $275 for it. Scrap for Cash will turn that heat in your backyard into money so you can pay bills, taxes, groceries.
A night on the town.
Find Scrap for Cash on Facebook or call 860-373-2556. Scrap for Cash.
The Ideal Skate Shop, 175 Central Avenue in Norwich, Connecticut, is more than just your average skate shop. They offer an amazing selection of one-of-a-kind, hard-to-find vans you won't find anywhere else. Into disc golf? Well, come on in and check out their amazing stock of top-line discs. And in addition to custom skate decks, accessories, and parts, they carry local handmade merchandise from small businesses. That's the Ideal Skate Shop, 175 Central Avenue, Norwich, Connecticut. Give them a call at 860-334-5277 or on Facebook and Instagram at Ideal Skate Shop, Norwich.
All right, welcome back to Just a Guy with a Beer, episode 34. Hop Culture is in the house. Heather and Sam Wilson, the owners. We've talked about some pretty cool stuff about their very unique tasting room and the whole everything that got going on at Hop Culture. But before we get going here and finish that, and we'll move on to the beers, I would just like to say that this portion of the show is brought to you by LBP Hair Studio in Oakdale, Connecticut. Go see Jen and her team of great hairstylists, and they have all the salon things you absolutely need there at LBP Hair Salon. Check out all their services at www.lbphairstudio.com and tell them Just a Guy with a Beer sent you. All right, guys, thanks for being patient while I take care of that stuff. Just before we're closing out, I wanted to ask you guys, what made you finally say, okay, let's start brewing. Let's take this stuff that we're growing here, and all this magnificent, beautifully smelling hops that you guys have. Let's make a product of. Let's make our own beers. When did that happen?
What made us do it? Pure and simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like the specific date, but when the whole process did you guys say, hey, let's just do something else? Let's grow it, but let's make stuff with it too.
I think by the time we had gotten the property, we knew that we were going to turn this into a farm brewery. I think the original idea, in the making was, years that we were going to do this farm, and it was going to be a very diverse farm. And we were huge craft beer fans, and we wanted to tie that into it. But by the time we had gotten the property, I think, we had said, you know what, we need to have our own tasting room here. And I think that's where it really started building from there. We knew we had to get farm infrastructure up. And then because it was also going to be an incredible, construction feat to get this building up and going. You've been here, and a lot of people that have been here, and if you haven't been here, it was a complete renovation. So we just knew that it was going to take some time, and that we needed to get it going. And then it just everything just fell together from there. We gave ourselves a time frame of a little over a year, and probably in about a year and 3 months or so, we flipped this entire building into what you see now. And then it's just a constant, picking at, the building to make improvements and make better customer experiences.
Yeah, and it's awesome because you go in there. I love how you walk in, and it's not a very big place inside, but it's a comfortable place. It's homey, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
Post and beam. It's very very New England.
Yeah.
It's old. You can tell it was an old farm. There's a lot of shiplap everywhere, and it's just everything in there is just cool, and it makes it very welcoming. And it's almost like you got a whole Irish pub thing going on in there, and it's very, very cool. So guys, get out to the Hop Culture Farm and Brewing Company out in Colchester and see it, have their beers. And speaking of beers, this is the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of what I want to talk about, because you guys have so many different kind of beers. We talked about this earlier about going into a brewery and seeing a whole list of beers and having be all the same style of beer.
Yeah.
A lot of people they're into the IPAs. Right? That's what sells, right? Because you're in a business, you want to make money. So hey, you make money out of the things that are going to sell. And IPAs sell, but there are so many people that enjoy different styles of beer. that you have to cater to just about everybody, and you guys are killing it on that front. So before I can tell you what my favorite beers are, why don't you guys tell us, like, give us an example of what you guys have on tap right now?
Right now we have a Belgian double called Astral Weeks. We have a blonde ale. I have a farmhouse ale. I have a chocolate peanut butter stout, marshmallow pecan stout. I have a couple of New England IPAs, and then I have a New England style pale ale. And I think
And a sour.
I just put the sour on today. I've just been.
Which one?
I have a new kettle sour coming out. It's a cherry pie kettle sour. And so that will be out this weekend.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You have a name for that one yet?
Yeah, it's called Buck Cherry.
I like it.
Thanks.
On the band, yeah, it's so good.
It is.
Guys, listen, if you want to see the menu of the beers they have, just go to their website, click on the link that says beers, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's www.hopculturefarm.com. And it's an excellent website. You can see great pictures of the tasting room. You can see pictures of the property. But they go in there and see all the different kind of beers that they have to offer, because it really, you're thinking, wow, you know, everything we've talked about so far, they might think you guys are small, but when you look at that beer list, you guys are putting out a lot of beer, and that's a ton of work, guys. How many people do you have working?
Right now, I think it's 14 people. Nobody is full time. I mean, we're still, we still do the brunt of the work. A lot of we all work, but I mean, as far as who brews the beer and who does the farming, I mean, Sam and I are the helms of those operations. And then I have kind of my right-hand man, jack of all trades, that helps me during the week. And then we have beer tenders, during the weekends. But actually, all of our staff, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. We don't say they work for us; they work with us. I mean, so many of them have been supporters of ours before they even had jobs here, and they literally would do anything for us. They're like our family. Even during COVID, all of our staff, they worked for free for months and months because we couldn't afford to pay them, because they said, we just want a place to go back to.
Right.
And we couldn't, because our jobs were very, very busy. We have our full-time jobs still, and our full-time jobs were really, really busy at that time. And so, our staff, everybody probably says about their staff, but the people that work with us are better than everybody. They are amazing people, and we couldn't do this operation without them. And they add so much to what we do here that it's really like a multifaceted team. Yeah, and they all have their own skill sets. They all have their other full-time jobs. None of them do this full-time. They do it for the love of beer and, for the love of what we're trying to build here. And they're on the ground floor of helping us build it.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. In the 8, almost 9 months I've been doing this, that is what I found the most, is that all the beer people that I come across are all very passionate about beer. Yeah. Like, everybody needs to make money to survive. But I would tell you right now that, myself included, if you just paid me in beer, I'd be happy as hell.
Well, that's what I'm going to joke with is that, a lot of them have other, professions that pay them a good living wage, very good. Name a few. We have a guy that does marketing for a pretty big place. Yeah. We have
he was a 40 under 40 this year.
He was 2 years. We gotta say 2 years.
2 years.
They just gave it to him for the second year. Yeah. That's kind of our joke.
We bust on him about it all the time.
We got an attorney. We got a retired postmaster.
We have a teacher.
We got a teacher. Other people in healthcare, nurses.
Yeah, it's a very diverse group.
Office managers. So it's people that have other professions other than the beer industry too. And we tried to create an environment that treats them like family. That welcomes participation, and it works out for us. It works for us.
Exactly. And as much as I would love to be doing this full time and make enough money to do this full time, I also have another job. But that's why I get that completely. But this is a passion of mine. It started off as a hobby, and it's turned into something pretty awesome here, where I can talk to great people like you guys. Now, do you both work in the healthcare industry?
Sam's a fire chief.
Okay, you're a first responder. So I know that Heather, you do work in the healthcare industry, so I just want to thank you both, especially being a first responder and being in the healthcare industry. They're two of the toughest jobs all the time, but especially over the last year, it's been nonstop. I'm sure it's been nonstop, and you see some things that make you sad, but at the same time, you also see things that give you hope. So from me and my family to you, thank you for what you do, and thank you for taking care of everybody. And it means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Not necessary, but thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So let's get on back to the happy stuff here. Your beers. Now, I wrote down some that I have had, some that I am very fond of, and my favorite. I'll give you my top three. We were talking about this afternoon. We talked about Big Sur. I love that beer.
Thank you.
I'm a double IPA guy. I love doubles. I like the triples, but sometimes triples don't like me as much.
Should we do it? Who named it right now? I mean, that's always the point of contention. Who named it?
Okay, who named it? Who named Big Sur?
All these ones that everybody loves.
We equally name the beers that everybody loves, and some of us make the beer that everybody loves. But we both equally name them.
Okay, so why Big Sur? What's behind that?
So
it's just Big Sur was after a beer, surreptitious, and that's its big brother of surreptitious. So not too much of a story behind Big Sur.
Well, the reason it was surreptitious is because one of the hops that I use in that beer is Vic Secret. And that's why. And then surreptitious means
very secretive, very sneaky. It was sneaky good. It was before a lot of Vic Secret was out and around, and a lot of us didn't know what to expect from it. And then she put together a recipe. I was like, wow, this is like the ninja of hops. It's so good. And surreptitious, sneakily getting by.
Like what now? Admittedly, the first thing I thought of when I heard Big Sur was out in California.
Yeah, we were just talking.
It was like a play on it is a play on that name.
Yep.
But I was just going to point out that a lot of people ask, and we're always very upfront about it. So all my beers or all of our beers have some of our hops in them, but those New England IPAs, I have to bring in some outside hops because the hops that give you those big juice bombs, we can't grow. Either we can't grow here because they don't grow well, or they're proprietary and owned by somebody else, and we're not allowed to grow them. So I still do use our hops in our IPAs, and all of them, because that's my goal, and our goal when we talk about how we're going to grow this farm is finding hops that we can grow here that give you those big juice bombs, so that you don't have to buy Citra for $50 a pound or whatever it goes up to when it's a shortage. So but I just wanted to point that out because I didn't know if we would get any questions about that Vic Secret not being a hop that we grow, which it is not, but also in that is our Cascade.
Now, again, if anybody that's watching right now, right, we have a pretty good crowd watching right now. So anybody who wants to ask questions, please type your question on the side, and you guys can answer it. If I'll put it up on the screen, and you guys, if you can answer it, we'll get to your questions. So, I'm sorry.
I saw Jeanette commenting earlier about how
a couple of comments.
I love a beer. Yeah.
Jeanette Taylor at home. Hopefully, she found her phone. So I think she did, but she knows what I'm talking about. Idaho. That was the first beer I ever had of yours.
I named that one.
Love it. Another double. I love.
I made it as a single and as a double back in the day. Yeah, but I haven't made that one in a while. You're bringing back memories. We'll have to bring it back soon for the summer.
Yes, I like it. So good. I'm going to circle that one. I'm going to have that next time you guys have it. Okay. And my last favorite, I've recently become a sour, fruity type beer. I liked Goats and Hose.
Okay.
I was not a Saison guy until it was one of the first kind of Saisons I had.
Yeah.
I'm more of a kind of like, I almost ashamed to say that I like the smoothies, but they are good. I mean, come on. Yeah. If you had one and you've had a good one, a couple of great places that make good smoothies.
There's no wrong answer for beer. Like,
we love all beer. I mean, we're not like, I don't want to say we're not like pretentious about beer here. I know like some people come here and they're like, how do I drink this beer? And they ask me, I'm like, I don't know, down the hatch, like you just throw it back and have a good time. So we love all styles, and that's why, and there's some styles that I don't know that I love. And then I try to make it, and I research the recipe and see how it's going to come out. And then I end up loving it. So And that's part of the reason why we have such a diverse lineup here, is because I just am having so much fun learning about different styles and kind of messing around with recipes. So you would be hard pressed to find the same tap list here for more than a few weeks at a time, because we're always changing it up.
And you'd also be hard pressed to find something on the menu, not be able to find something that you like to drink on the menu. Again, diverse menu. You have so many different styles. Like if I'm looking at the things I like now, you have that chocolate peanut butter stout. You have a blonde ale. You have a Belgian double, which I can't wait to have that one. You have a regular pale ale. You have saisons, New England's, pilsners. So this, if you can't find one beer at Hop Culture that you like to drink, then you are way too picky, my friend. So
Heather said, I hear her say to a lot to customers is, they ask how she comes up with what she's going to put on. She says she literally tries to make a beer that anybody coming in here would want to drink. And if you say you don't like beer, it's perhaps you haven't tried the right beer yet.
I always say that to people. We haven't had the right beer yet, because and also for some of those styles, like the Goats and Hose that you're mentioning, it's a saison, but I think it's pretty approachable for that style. It's not super funky, but it has that ester profile that comes from the yeast. And I've definitely made some funkier saisons than that, but I think, as a gateway to saisons, that would be a good one to do.
You mentioned that like that kind of funky flavor that you get from that, which makes the saison so good.
Yeah,
right.
Makes it pop a little bit, and to me, the funkier the better. So it was very good. I liked it. I think I gave that one a 4.25 or a 4 on. So I've only given 2 beers out of 1,000 beers. I've only given like 2 or 5. So.
Really?
Is there anything that's really a 5? There's always room for improvement on anything.
I gave PBR
a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only joking.
I gave PBR a 5.
There you go. Hey,
my favorite beer drinking beer.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my tribute. They've supported me my entire adult life. So as my tribute back to them, I gave them a 5. So I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Jeanette wants to know.
Yeah.
Did you brew your pink boots yet?
No, I didn't, because I missed out on getting the hops. So if anybody has the extra hops for me to do, I have not done it yet. But I just looked the other day to try to get some, and I was unable. I think I missed it because of, just time has been very busy at our other jobs. And so, trying to keep up with everything and work the number of hours that we've been working in our other jobs has been a little difficult over the past couple of months during the second wave of COVID.
We've been all out, focused on some things we're going to talk about going forward too, like trying to get some new projects up off the ground too. So,
well, again, if anybody knows anyone out there in the community that has more of the pink boots hops, please reach out to you guys and get them their hops, because I'm sure they're laying around somewhere. Someone's got them.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody had. I was really surprised that I couldn't get them still, but I missed the order form, so it's my bad.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, I love doing the Pink Boots brew, though. I'm a member of Pink Boots, and so is Jeanette, and she did our last Pink Boots brew day here with us. So last year, and it was super fun. So was it last year? I can't. It's like such a time warp. I don't know if we did it last year because of COVID. Maybe it was the year before. But in any event, we had fun. We always have fun when we all get together.
And I had the Pink Boots girls on the show back in late summer, early fall. I had Mariah on from at Outer Light.
Yeah, and Abney.
Yes, I had both of them on. She's Stone Hill, right?
Yeah, Still Hill, yeah.
Still Hill. Yeah, they're great, and I loved having them on because I thought that I never knew about them, and I thought that was so great. So it was a little bit natural. I wanted them to come on and talk about all the cool things that they do.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, now Jeanette says they have some they could probably spare. So
okay,
let her get in touch with you.
Yeah,
maybe we can make that happen. So, and if you do get that, let us know, and I'll put that out because I'm sure that some people that are watching right now are going to want to know if you ended up getting it. So we'll do that, and we'll let you guys know if you got it, if you brewed it, when it's going to be ready, so they can come get some.
Yeah, definitely.
And my friend Sasha, she wants to know what got you into craft
beer. We were people that used to go wait in Treehouse in line for 10 hours to get 4
right.
cans of beer or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think, like most people who are into craft beer, it was really loving the community of craft beer and kind of all the cool people that you meet. And then as far as, I don't know if she's asking me specifically, I mean, so Sam and I homebrewed together. And when we started coming up, kind of conceptualizing the business, we both knew a lot about the brewing process and also about the hop process. And we were both kind of integral in doing all the research to start both. But as we started to grow, somebody had to be the expert at each. And Sam is our director of farming and is the expert, at farming, jack of all trades. I mean, he built this place with his bare hands. I mean, literally, we did all the work for ourselves. I say we, I kind of was like, make me a shiplap wall, like I didn't hammer it in. I mean, I would, but I was trying.
Yeah, paint. You picked out the paint. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Visionary executionist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's like he's my Chip Gaines,
You guys have both did a great job. You're a great team because that place is kick ass. I love it there.
Thank you.
Again, I've said it enough times ad nauseum about how great the place is. I'm not lying. I mean, when people come there that have never been, and you can see on the comment section, and people love, my buddy RJ comes out there. Pop culture is fire because I completely agree. You guys kill it. Now you told me that you think that I'll like your beer better next time I come back.
I think so. I mean, I think I'm constantly, it's people will come in here and say, "Oh, you're the brew master," and I say, I'm not a master of anything. I'm the head brewer here, and he tells me I'm always self-deprecating, but I mean it's true. I'm learning all the time. I'm learning subtle nuance to beer and water chemistry, and things are changing, styles are changing all the time. So I think that I've really got my recipes dialed in now, especially on the IPAs and the pale ales and those styles that people are often seeking when they come here. So I think my beer is definitely better from a year ago, and I hope to continue to improve over the next 10 years or however long I'm lucky enough to be able to do this, and people keep wanting to come back and drink the beer.
Yeah, that's great, and I can look forward to that because I do enjoy your guys' beer a lot. So if it's better, here you go. That's even better. And I found, since I talked to you this afternoon, I was in my upstairs beer fridge, and on the top shelf, laying on its side, I found a crowler of Big Sur.
Oh shit, that's probably too old for you to drink now.
I was gonna say.
Sorry if I get your sponsors in trouble. I just swore on your show, but
No.
don't drink that. Let me get you a fresh can. If it was from like the summer, you need a fresh can.
I will take the fresh can. However, I am going to drink it.
Okay.
Listen, so on Halloween last year, one of my best friends, Teddy, and I, he cleaned out his beer fridge, and we played Treehouse Roulette.
Nice.
So he just grabbed a bunch of beers out of his fridge, and he didn't look at the dates. And we didn't look at the dates until he got to the studio, and we looked at the bottom, and we had some that were almost 2 years old.
Wow, were they good still?
Yes. That's why I'm not afraid to drink a beer that's old. I don't care.
It's a little different, because
different flavor profile. That's about it.
Well, I think, because we do it in crowler, so the chance of the beer oxidizing over time is probably a little bit higher than, with like a canning process.
Right.
So don't, I'm just saying, go ahead and drink it.
I'll let you know.
Let me know.
But I will take that. If you offer that other can, I will take that other can.
It's yours.
All right. So we're going to take a break one more time before we leave. Quick one. We'll be right back. And we'll finish up with some cool things you guys got coming in the works. Some really important things that you're going to want to tell everybody because I'm excited about it. We talked about it earlier. So we'll talk about that. We were watching Just a Guy with a Beer, episode number 34 with Heather and Sam Wilson from Hop Culture Brewing. We'll be right back right after this, and it's going to work this time.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle at a great price, head over to GNS Auto Sales in Franklin, Connecticut and take a look at their great selection. BMW, Audi, Dodge, Chevy, Ford, and so much more. And whether it's an oil change, brake repair, or the check engine light, let Pat, Wendy, and their team of professionals take care of all your automotive needs. That's GNS Auto Sales located in Franklin, Connecticut. Give them a call at 860-383-0050 or find them on the web at www.gsautosalesconnecticut.com. gnsautosales.llc.com.
Have you got a taste for exquisitely crafted beer and pub grub with a foodie flair? Then These Guys Brewing Company on Franklin Street in Norwich, Connecticut has got what you're craving. Enjoy a variety of classic and unique craft beers brewed on site and indulge in a delicious meal with seasonal dishes from their scratch kitchen. And check them out on Facebook or online at theseguysbrewing.com to stay up to date with their freshest brews, current menu, and upcoming events. These Guys Brewing Company, where it's all about good times, great food, and fantastic craft beer.
Hey, do you hear that? That's the sound of people getting together and having a good time. These are some of the sounds that you're gonna hear when you visit Epicure Brewing on Franklin Street in Norwich. Epicure is a craft brewery that wants you to experience friends, a lot of laughter, and of course, Epicure's craft beers on tap. Bring your friends or come down and make some new ones while enjoying the freshest quality beer in the area. Epicure Brewing is located at 40 Franklin Street, Norwich, right in the heart of the historic district of Norwich. Check out Epicure Brewing on the web at epicurebrewing.com, as well as finding them on Facebook. So come on down and add your voice to the sounds you hear in the background right now. Follow the hashtag Epicure Brewing for life.
Unify is a local full-service marketing and branding agency that helps your business strategize, develop, and implement a marketing plan using the best platforms and materials to connect you with the right customers quickly. Find them on Facebook at Unify CT or on Instagram at Unify_CT or call Laura directly at 860-326-6003. Strategize, develop, and connect. That's Unify. Hillfoot Clothing is the first 100% veteran sales team owned by two local Connecticut combat wounded veterans. Every garment is designed, printed, sold, handled, and shipped only by veterans. We source our products 100% made in the USA and believe if you have a flag on your shirt, that shirt should be made in the United States, period. Hillfoot Clothing Company, American made, American proud.
Do you have a junk car or maybe one that got blown up and caught on fire? The guys from Scrap for Cash, they don't care. They're going to come to you. They're going to tow it away for free, and then they're going to pay you $275 for it. Scrap for Cash will turn that heat in your backyard into money so you can pay bills, taxes, groceries.
A night on the town.
Find Scrap for Cash on Facebook or call 860-373-2556. Scrap for Cash.
Right, guys. Welcome back to Just a Guy with a Beer, episode number 34. I can't believe I'm at episode 34. It seems like just yesterday I was assing around in my buddy's radio studio with my friends talking about beer, reviewing beers, and now here I am interviewing awesome people like you guys.
Yeah.
Have
Sponsor
legitimate breweries.
and your sponsor. That's great.
Yes, I have some great sponsors. Thank you to all of them. In fact, they're growing all the time, and I love it. They do some great things for me, and I'm allowed to talk about them on the air. And most of them are breweries, and I visit all these. These are all people who are my friends, so I'm helping them, and they're helping me, and it's a great thing. It's a good family we got going here at Just a Guy with a Beer. So, speaking of my family here, I'm wearing this pretty badass St. Patrick's Day shirt made by my friends at Hillfoot Clothing, and I do believe that they're out of Colchester, so they're local guys to you. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yes, they're good beer. They're all veterans. They're good friends of mine. They make pretty cool stuff. This is my first shirt from the. They have a T-shirt club, so it's a Hillfoot Clothing Company. If anybody's listening, want to join the T-shirt club, I think it's like $8 a month, and every quarter they send you a cool T-shirt. And this was shirt number 1. So someday this will be a limited edition. I'm selling it on eBay for $100. So yeah, it's very cool. It's the first time I wore it for St. Patty's Day today. So
Nice.
lots of people watching. I'm happy. We got 20 right now. We have 20 people keep popping in and out all the time. Somebody put an angry emoji face up there. I don't know what that's all about, but maybe someone could tell me why they're angry that I'm doing this. This is supposed to be happy. We're talking about beer, right? I don't know. I at least want to be a beer guy, like a guy that delivers beer places, right? Because no one's ever angry when the beer guy shows up.
Right.
That's
No
so
one says, "Oh my God, the beer guy's here again!" Right? Everybody's always happy when the guy shows up with a beer delivery. Who wouldn't want to be that guy You walk in a room and everybody's happy all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's really a lot of things about hop culture that make me happy. Besides your beer, you have a great tasting room, and one of my favorite things is that you're dog friendly.
Yeah.
I love breweries that are dog friendly because I have two fur babies. Well, they're not babies; they're enormous. They're almost 100 pounds each,
Right.
and they're a pain in the ass. But they're my pain in the ass. I'm not sure that I would bring them to the brewery because they're a little rambunctious. They're Labradors, so they tend to be a little bit more rambunctious. But I love the fact that you guys allow your customers to bring their puppies to the brewery. Now, do you guys have dogs yourselves?
We do.
We do. We used to have a lab, and now we have a Great Pyrenees. Her name is Lennon.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and she's like a giant baby. She's like 100 pounds also, and she's a baby.
Yes, I love that. My male dog is he's the biggest baby ever. He's 8 years old. He's a black lab. He is the biggest baby, but when he barks, he's enough to scare you out of your skin. But he will not. He's like he'll lick you to death. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
He wants to be loved and not. He won't try to chase you away. He just wants you to pet him. He's the biggest baby ever. So, and I love that. Maybe he'll probably be good in social situations, but our female, she's a white pointer lab mix.
Okay.
She's not good around other people. A lot of people, she's barks at everybody. And I might bring Eli out there. I think he would probably kind of like that. So
Yeah.
Especially if there's other dogs, he'd be fine. So my friend Jess, she said it's her favorite brewery, and Table is her favorite beer. Do you guys know Jess? Her and her husband Mike, they're Colchester folks.
Oh yeah, I know Jess.
Very good friends of mine. We've known her for I guess we're almost 25, almost 30 years we've been friends. So they're great people, and we brewery hop with them occasionally as well. So
Awesome.
maybe we'll come in together this summer.
Yeah, you should.
I could be there, and we can all have a beer together. So
yeah.
So speaking of the brewery, you guys, you're open Thursdays through Sunday. Thursday you're open 5 to 9.
Yes.
Yep. Saturdays, or Thursday and Friday you're open 5 to 9. Saturday 12 to 8.
Yep.
Sunday 12 to 6.
Yes.
Which is great.
And we're also open this Wednesday for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, so we're not usually open on Wednesdays. We may be over the summer, though. You know, it's something that we're talking with the town about, adding that additional day. But we're definitely open for St. Patrick's Day. So come down. We have Vintage. She's a local restaurant, super good food, making some killer Irish fare.
Outstanding. What time are you guys open on Wednesday?
We're going to be open 3 to 9.
3 to 9. So 3 to 9, St. Patrick's Day, go on down and have the stout. Have the peanut butter chocolate stout.
Yeah.
And the pecan marshmallow stout.
Yeah, and I'll have like a drier Irish stout on that. It's carving right now. It'll be ready for then.
Excellent. I'll have to come by. Hopefully you'll have some at the end of the month, beginning of April, when I drink my beer again. I can't wait. I'm having dreams about it at night. That's why I can't wait to try all these great beers that are coming out. And it's St. Patrick's Day. I picked the wrong month to go dry and get healthy. But hey, it is what it is. In the long run, it'll be worth it. So that those first couple of beers will be awesome when I start off next month. So you guys got a lot of swag down there. The hats you guys have, your hat. I love that hat. It's fire.
Thanks.
You have cool shirts. You have hoodies. You're wearing the hoodie right now, Sam. Right? That's the hoodie you guys have on sale down there. Your logo is fantastic.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the cornhole boards. We mentioned it earlier, and I kind of teased it. We talk about it more. Who makes your cornhole boards? Give them a shout out.
So it's Heather named him, said it's her right hand man Lynn. He's basically both of our right hand man. He's the jack of all trades here. Self-proclaimed token old dude. Sam needs a mustache.
My dad is watching this thing.
I'm getting told by my father-in-law right now. There you go. He's a 7-year-old man, works like a 18-year-old kid. I shouldn't say 18-year-old kid, a grown-ass young man. He's amazing. And he comes up with the greatest ideas. And he was like, we had ordered some cornhole boards. I'd had another person make some, and they fell apart within
like 1 weekend,
1 or 2 weekends. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot. They were good quality, just not.
They get a lot of work there. Yeah,
a lot of use. And he just was like, we could do better. I can do better. And he just started producing them, and then he got templates to mass produce them. And then people started asking if they could buy them, and he was, he's such a humble guy. He's, golly, I can't believe somebody would want to buy these. And we kept telling him, like, you can't give them away for free all the time, Lynn. Like, worth money. And so, he makes them, and they're heavy
like
duty.
Handcrafted. He actually sews the logo on the bags himself. Like, he sews the
He's
bags.
got an embroidery machine, him and his wife.
Them. So they're made with love.
If everybody wants to get a set, they're very reasonably priced. They're on your webpage, in the shop. You could go in there, you get all the swag, but just go to the brewery and get the swag. But you could take a look at what they got.
Yep.
All kinds of great things. I love. That's one of my favorite parts of going to a brewery besides the beer is going down and checking out the swag. And I always get yelled at for buying another hat or a T-shirt that I don't need. It's totally worth it because I'm currently building here in my studio a wall of brewery hats. So once I get down there and get to you guys, I want to add yours to the wall as well.
Nice.
So before I let you guys go, there's one cool thing you guys have coming up. It's very important. And I saved it for last because I want you guys to tout it. You guys have purchased a canning system.
Yes.
You're going to start canning very soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about that, and tell us about when can we expect Pop Culture in cans.
So we plan on doing our first can release the weekend of April 17th. And if you're watching or when we do the replay, if you're one of our Kickstarter backers who have been so patiently waiting for that perk of backing our Kickstarter, they will be getting the first, release of cans prior to the public. But for everybody else, it should be that Saturday, the 17th. And our labels are almost done being designed. And this has been a long time coming, and it's pretty unbelievable that we're doing it. I mean, at every step that we get to this kind of new milestone, it boggles our minds that we're lucky enough and that we have so much support from our community that they keep coming out and, just keep allowing us to do this every day. I mean, it's our passion, and, without the support of everybody who keeps coming back and drinks the beer and just, word of mouth and everything else, we wouldn't be able to do anything like this. So it's pretty exciting.
It's going to be your can release party.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on Saturday, April 17th. And I will be there live.
Yeah.
Just a Guy with a Beer will be there doing a mini show live. And I'm going to have you guys on. You guys going to have to come on. You promised me you will.
Yes.
Come on, and we'll talk about it. We'll drink some of your beer. I cannot wait. Can release party, April 17th, all day long. So we'll say noon that day. Is that fair enough to say noon on that day, or you want to do it later?
Noon is when we open. So
one or two.
Maybe one or two.
All right. So we'll figure that out. I'll put all the details out. I'll push it super hard, and we'll get some people out there to enjoy. We'll have a little Just a Guy with a Beer party along with your Canna party.
We're going to make it into a celebration. So, we missed our anniversary party last year. We're talking to some of our favorite artists to get them out and to play some music.
We're going to have live music back that weekend. We're bringing back trivia with Best Trivia Ever that weekend for that Thursday. So we're really hoping that that's going to start off our summer season. We're hoping that the weather's going to be nice, and we're going to be bringing, usually we have music every Saturday and Sunday. That will be coming back after that. We're going to start doing a acoustic night Fridays with some of our favorite local musicians. So
if anybody's ever seen VH1 Storytellers, think that only
nice.
A farm in front of a fire
with some beer.
With some beers.
Yeah, beers. It's perfect because when in the days it's hot, it's under the
canopy.
The outcropping there it's great. I love it out there, and it's very homey feeling and very New England, and it's very cool. So get out to Hop Culture soon. Get out there. Don't wait. Go out there Thursday. Give them a like. Give them a look. Go to their Facebook page. Go to their Instagram. Follow them all, and you can check out all the cool things they got going on there. You guys do great food trucks too.
Yeah.
So you get some great food. You get some great beer. You get some great staff, and you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming on my show tonight, guys. I really appreciate you giving me an hour of your time, and it's been a lot of fun. I told you it goes by quick.
Yeah, it does.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Listen, guys, again, thank you. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. I wish I could come out to you. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get healthy. When I come back, I'll be a slimmer version of myself. I'm gonna watch this girlish figure for another few more weeks. So, and everybody else, enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Please party responsibly. Please party safely. Please party with your PPE. We don't want to see you not be able to make it out for the canning party on April 17th. And in the meantime, please do not beer shame your friends, guys. You know I always say it every single week. Until next time, next Monday, this is Just a Guy with a Beer, Scott Fryer, episode 34 with Hop Culture, Heather and Sam Wilson. Saying goodnight. See you next time.